What if I told you that there is one way that you can make literally thousands of dollars, no, tens of thousands of dollars in crypto with very low risk, almost no risk at all? Today, I want to share with you all what may be the lowest risk strategy in the crypto markets to grow the amount of capital you have to invest with, and that is by farming airdrops. One of the primary reasons people are attracted to the crypto markets is because they provide so many opportunities to make insane returns not available anywhere else. There have been countless stories of people who started with very little to invest with, but managed to make crazy amounts. However, it is of course significantly easier to make money in crypto if you have more than a little to start out with, and that is where airdrop farming can make a huge difference. In case you're unfamiliar, an airdrop is when a project rewards a group of people, usually its users, with a free allocation of tokens when the project decides to launch. The value of those tokens can range from as little as a few dollars into the thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars in extreme cases. For example, airdrops, including those from Uniswap, Arbitrum, Optimism, Aptos, DYDX, and Blur, all rewarded many recipients with several $100s on the low end to several $1,000s on the higher end. In this video, I will be covering everything you need to know to get started working to qualify for future airdrops, including some projects that have indicated that they will airdrop in the future, how to identify promising projects on your own, and the most efficient strategy to interact with these projects in order to qualify for any airdrops for them. Before I get started with all of that, make sure to subscribe and activate the bell icon so you do not miss out on more videos like this, as well as everything else I post here on the channel. So let's begin with a bit of a framework for identifying what projects may airdrop tokens in the future and which of those projects have the highest potential. Similarly to when you are evaluating an existing token to decide whether to buy it or not, you want to evaluate which projects you spend time trying to farm, because if the project is successful, then the airdrop tokens are more likely to be worth more. Aside from your own research, one way to determine the potential value of a project is through their publicly announced funding rounds. The higher the valuation a project raises at, the higher you can expect the valuation of their token to be. There are a few ways to identify whether or not a project may have an airdrop in the future. The first and most obvious is if the project simply states that this is their plan. However, many projects choose not to do this in order to try to avoid people only using their product or service to earn some free tokens. One common sign that some projects display is the use of some form of point system for their users. These points essentially act as a placeholder for the future token. Usually, projects will even give specific guides on how to earn points, which you can then follow in order to increase the size of your potential airdrop. A more discreet sign of a future token can be mentions from the team about plans to decentralize or implement community governance in the future. Many projects start out with some centralized aspects in order to allow quicker development and updates in their early phases, but have the long-term goal of becoming decentralized or allowing community input. Of course, the most common way to decentralize or implement governance is through a token, which can then be used for voting. Alright, with that out of the way, let's look at the types of projects you should focus on and the best strategy to farm them. Projects can be broken into two main categories, and those are base layers and applications. Base layers include blockchains such as layer 1s and layer 2s, as well as interoperability layers. Applications include anything built on top of a base layer. The most efficient strategy when farming airdrops is to interact with applications with potential airdrops that are built on top of the base layers, which also have potential airdrops, as any transactions you do will then essentially be counted twice. If you are working with a very small amount of capital to farm with, then you need to focus your efforts on cheap layer 2s or alternative layer 1s, such as Solana, as the cheap transaction fees will allow you to generate a lot more on-chain activity than if you try to farm on Ethereum or another chain with expensive gas costs. With all of that in mind, let's get into some base layer protocols that may airdrop to users in the future. First up, we have Scroll, a zero-knowledge tech-powered Ethereum layer 2 which launched its mainnet in mid-October. Scroll's most recent funding round was in March, and they raised an impressive $50 million at a valuation of $1.8 billion. I will use Scroll as an example of the approach to take when trying out new chains to try to earn that airdrop. The first step is to find their official Twitter account, then go to their official site. Almost always, the site will have a guide to get started using the chain as well as an ecosystem page to show you what you can do with it. You can see both of those things here on the scroll site. Getting started on a new chain typically involves adding the chain to your wallet if it is EVM compatible, or setting up a new wallet if it is an alternative layer 1. After you have a wallet set up, you will need to bridge some tokens for gas or withdraw them to your new wallet from a centralized exchange. However, as I will get into in a little bit, bridging can be a better idea as there are several interoperability and bridging projects that may airdrop in the future. The next chain to consider is another ZK Tech powered Ethereum layer 2, and that is ZK Sync. ZK Sync's mainnet went live in March this year, so it is still relatively new. In November of 2022, the company behind ZK Sync raised $200 million at an undisclosed valuation. Two more Ethereum layer 2s worth checking out are Base from Coinbase and Linea from Consensus, the company behind MetaMask. Both of these layer 2s are backed by giants in the crypto industry. While the teams behind both projects have said that they do not currently have plans for tokens, they have also not ruled out the possibility in the future. If you're interested in NFTs, you may want to check out Zora, a chain designed entirely around NFTs, which raised $50 million at a valuation of $600 million. Another interesting opportunity is to interact on Aptos to try to qualify for future airdrop rounds. They already did an initial airdrop when the chain launched, but they still have a significant portion of their token supply allocated to the community, which could be distributed retroactively as other chains such as Optimism have done. Aptos is also extremely cheap to use, so that makes it an attractive option to anyone looking to spend as little on gas as possible. So with that selection of chains to choose from, let's get into some applications. While the list I have is a great start, there are far too many to cover in a single video, and new projects are launching every single day, which could end up providing the next big airdrop in the future. So I encourage you to take what you learned from this video and go and also do some research on your own and see what promising projects you will find. The first type of application I will cover today is bridges, and these are applications you can use when moving between the different chains you decide to interact with. First, we have Orbiter, which is focused on bridging between the various Ethereum layer 2s. Another option is Stargate, which is powered by Layer 0, although it is possible that a snapshot for the Layer 0 airdrop could have already been taken. Another good option is Bungee, as they also have a useful refuel option if you need gas on a different chain. Dbridge is another choice if you want to bridge from an EVM chain to Solana or Solana to an EVM chain. Another Solana compatible choice is Wormhole, as well as Mayan, which is powered by Wormhole. Wormhole actually just announced a massive raise of $225 million at a valuation of $2.5 billion, which goes to show just how large the expected value for it is. Once you have bridge somewhere, one of the first things you will want to do is to swap some tokens on a DEX. SyncSwap is a DEX available on several of the chains I covered earlier, and they have a confirmed token coming in the future, which you can earn by trading and providing liquidity. Ambient is an innovative, lightweight, concentrated liquidity DEX available on Ethereum as well as Scroll, which does not yet have a token. If you are a trader, then there are several on-chain perpetual trading platforms without tokens yet that you could try out, including Hyperliquid on Arbitrum, Satoshi on ZK Sync, Linea, and Scroll or Drift on Solana. While on Solana, you can also check out some lending and borrowing protocols without tokens, including MarginFi and Camino. Solana has recently become a hotspot for airdrops as on-chain activity has seen a significant growth this year. Something else I want to talk to you all about today is the sponsor of today's video, and that is Summit Mining, a company which is currently a leader in the European crypto mining industry, which is now looking to expand and become a global leader. Summit has been around since 2019, and since then, they have accumulated over 20,000 clients and generated over $60 million for them through their unique worldwide mining mutualization model. If you didn't know, if you mine crypto alone, then the odds of you earning a block reward are extremely low because you are competing against every other mining pool, including large players with huge amounts of computing power. Simply put, Summit pulls together all their clients so they mine together, optimizing everyone's chance of obtaining mining rewards. When you invest with Summit, you receive Summit mining distribution keys, or SMKs, which represents your fraction of the mining pool and which determines your yield. Every month, Summit utilizes available funds to purchase more mining machines to add to the pool. Because Summit is able to purchase these in large quantities, they pay wholesale prices unavailable to sole miners. Summit compensation model is simple. They earn performance fees, meaning if there are no profits, they earn nothing. This helps to align their best interests with the best interest of their investors. If you want to try mining with Summit, then you can use the link in the description to sign up and obtain a 30% reduction in management fees for 3 months. However, even if you aren't interested in mining yourself, you may be interested in the token sale the Summit just launched recently. They have already raised over $7 million exclusively from their community, and now the first phase of the public sale is live. This token will be used to finance all the services that Summit provides users, and the profits from those will be used to continue growing the world's largest community mining farm. Summit is developing a variety of innovative tools and services for individuals, including Summit Notes, Research, Academy, and Bank. More information on all of these are available in the white paper, which will also be linked below. Summit Group, which Summit Mining is a subsidiary of, already offers numerous services including B2B sales of mining machines, early stage investing, venture investments, and more. They are looking to raise over 40 million euros to support their goal of becoming a world leader in mining, and because this is the first round of the public sale, the price per token is the best it will be. The token will offer a lot of utility immediately following the launch, and this is a public team that has been building and growing successfully since 2019 with a proven record of generating $60 million for clients already. If you want to join in on the token sale, try mining with Summit, or do some more research, then you can do so through the links in the description. They are also organizing an AMA each week in their Discord if you have any specific questions for them. So with that said, thank you so much to Summit Mining for sponsoring this segment of the video. And I hope that all of you guys that have watched this video will be able to make a lot of money and that you can use these tools farming airdrops moving forward. I will continue to keep you updated on the potential airdrop protocols moving forward. And with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.